And I keep on cutting these things off short because I don't realize them at the end of it. But anyway, my Pegasus Knights did a reform. So we go to Bretonnia turn 2. So what happened here was my Pegasus Knights charged his second unit of Marauders, the ones that were second from the right, and they fled and I caught them. And so then he was rolling for his panic test, and his general's unit, Warriors of Chaos with a leadership 10 Lord with a battle standard bearer nearby, failed his panic test. Just awful rotten luck, especially when his whole game plan is he needs to get those Chaos Warriors into combat. So yeah, that was unfortunate. So the two of the rightmost Marauder units are out of the picture. I charged the Men-at-Arms and the Grail Knights into that last remaining Marauder unit. My Pegasus Knights rally, and because of the feigned flight rule, they rallied and then they were able to move up. Here on this side of the board, obviously the Knights Errant get a charge of that Marauder unit, and I don't understand why he did it the way he did it, because if I beat them and overrun, I get a free charge into his other Marauder unit. Almost like, maybe he did want that to happen, I don't know, but it certainly worked for me. I decided to go ahead and charge my 2 big blocks of Knights through the woods and just take those dangerous terrain tests. I think I lost a Knight because of it, but go ahead and with that combined charge, I'm not really worried about that Marauder unit. And my general charged his Hell Cannon and failed the charge, so that's why he's just sitting there. So closer look. And this is after combat. It's kind of a weird angle. I apologize for that. But basically, I beat the Marauder unit in combat with the Peasants and the Grail Knights, and I overran with the Peasants because I wanted them to hit that Chaos Warrior unit. Because the way we're playing that is the first time we fight, we're going to fight lopsided like that. And then if he can do a combat reform, he can basically slide over. So what I'm hoping to do is just tie him up enough so that my Grail Knights can get away. I did not want to charge my Grail Knights right into the face of that unit because I really think he would just kill me. So my Grail Knights held back, Peasants hold them up, and if they can just hold them up the rest of the game, I'd be plenty happy with that. Yep, closer look. And so over here we easily beat that 20-man Marauder unit. Now what I wanted to do was restrain with the Questing Knights and pursue with the Knights of the Realm, because the Knights of the Realm, the battle standard bearer is stubborn, so the Hell Cannon charged me in the flank, at least I had a very good chance of surviving. And if he charged the Questing Knights, at least it would be in the front, and that's as good as I could have hoped for. But even with the reroll, leadership 8, maybe 9, because I don't know how close my general was, either way I failed it, and so I had to pursue with both units, and we both hit that fast cav unit. And under 7th edition, fast cav could have fled, but under 8th edition they had to just stand there. So we are on the far left side of the board. This unit demolished that small unit of Marauders and got a free frontal charge to the big unit of Marauders, and we go to Warriors of Chaos turn 3. So let's see, on the right we haven't fought that battle with the Men-at-Arms yet because I got the charge on my turn. On the left, his Hell Cannon charged into the flank of the Questing Knights. There we go. I was more than a little nervous, but I think he was nervous as well. So I'm not that familiar with Hell Cannon in combat. I just know that it's unbreakable, and which isn't good. But at least my guys are strength 6. So his general rallies, which we knew he would, and he turned them back this way towards the Peasants, which I thought was curious. For one thing, all my Knights are on the other side, and so I kind of assumed he would reform them facing them. And then, during the combat reform, he slid his battle standard bearers unit in front of the Peasants, so then there really was nothing his general's unit could do. So I'm sure he had a plan. I didn't understand how that was playing out. Anyway, over here, after my free charge, he kills a couple of my guys, but I wipe him up. And in this combat, as you can see, we kill the fast cav. His Hell Cannon doesn't kill any of my guys. And from this point on, and actually even so far, he hasn't been able to put wounds on me, and it's amazing because his army is built to do wounds. They're all strength 5. I mean, just it's a tough as nails army, and I am making every armor save. I mean, I couldn't fail an armor save, it seemed like. So yeah, so here we are in this battle. Whoever's winning, it doesn't matter. We're staying in combat. He reforms, basically slides his guys over. and he's going to chop up those peasants, and I'm okay with that. It's keep his guys are totally away from my knights and allowing me to get the easier points on the left side of the board. So Brett turn 3. There's an overview of the board. I charge my Pegasus Knights in the middle up at his sorcerer. The Pegasus Knights on the right, I have no interest at all in charging them in. I could have charged him into that Chaos Warrior fight, but there was just too good of a chance that he would have held, and then his big unit would have crushed me. And so I just decided not to take the chance. The peasants can get broken in combat all they want. Take my general in here, and with it, he has a heroic killing blow, so that's exactly the matchup I want. Pretty happy with that. And so, no, this is before combat. Now, if you notice the Grail Knights, what I did is I just moved them around that unit. I just want to get them out of the way. I really don't want them. There's no combat here I want them in unless they get in the flank of somebody. So I was really just trying to get them around them and get some more freedom of movement. So that's just what's going on over there. So after this fight, my general put a couple wounds on the Hell Cannon, but none of them were 6s, so I didn't kill him outright. He killed only one of my Questing Knights, and so I was able to reform. And if my general can't get killing blow, at least with all those strength 6 attacks, I have a chance of hurting him. And my prophetess has Lore of Life, so she has a chance of regrowing my knights if I need to. Over here is kind of a pillow fight. Obviously I'm losing some Pegasus Knights, but he's not going anywhere either, so we're just locked in combat. And we go to Warriors of Chaos turn 4. Now the picture on the left, that's what I did on my turn, and I thought I was protecting my Grail Knights, but what I need to get used to is in 8th edition, the ability to do a reform after winning combat. So what happened on my turn after combat, instead of pursuing my peasants, if you look at that left picture, his Chaos Warriors just did a reform and turned to face my Grail Knights. So on Warriors of Chaos turn 4, if you look at the right picture, he got a charge into my flank, which in hindsight was kind of a head slap moment. Like, I can't believe I let him do that, but at the time it didn't seem intuitive that he was going to be able to get a charge, but I need to remember about that free reform. So he's bringing his general's unit has yet to get in combat, which is the whole plan. Over here, my general put another wound on the Hell Cannon, but still it wasn't killing blow, but my Questing Knights finished it off. So we did a free reform, and now, even though if you look at the top right, his Chaos Warriors killed one of my Grail Knights, beat him in combat, so the Standard Bearer automatically died. I only have one guy left. It's my turn next, and because of that free reform, I get to do the same thing to him, and I'm going to get a flank charge into him. And my Pegasus Knights are still locked in combat with his Sorcerer. So Brett turn 4. Peasants rally, and my general charges into the flank of his Sorcerer, hoping just to get him out of the picture. My Questing Knights charge his Battle Standard Bearers unit, and I rally the Grail Knight. Now my Knights of the Realm might have been able to charge. I think they might have been able to see him, but I just wasn't interested in charging into the front of a Chaos Knight unit. So I was really just trying to move around, and I know I could have moved him better. Maybe moved him over and tried to angle him more, but just for the sake of speed, I just kind of moved him around a little bit. So those Pegasus Knights on the right, still I'm not getting them in combat. I'm lining up for a flank charge on this side of the Battle Standard Bearers unit, but I'm not anxious to get in combat with anything that's just going to slap them around. So closer look there, and at the end of it, his Sorcerer is dead. Questing Knights did okay, but not that well. The Battle Standard Bearers unit was able to do a reform, and now I am a little bit worried, and it's a shame that my Knights of the Realm unit is not in a position to support. Obviously my general and my Pegasus Knights right here are, as well as my Pegasus Knights on the other side of the board. So Warriors Chaos turn 5. He turns his general's unit. Now at this point we both thought it was turn 6, so unless I made a mistake in making this, which I don't think I did, during the game we got confused because we both thought this was turn 6. So he turns his general's unit, but he knows he's not going to be able to do anything with it. He's hoping just to kill some Questing Knights there, and in the end he doesn't, and I think I've been able to grow some through magic in turns past. But anyway, he's not killing enough of me. I kill some of him. He's got the Raptor standard, so he's not going anywhere. So there's an overall look at the board. Move to Brett turn 5, which is the end of the game. My general charges in. The knights errant that were at the far left are finally able to make it, so they charge in, just give me some more combat res. And at the end of it, we kill a bunch and break them and run them down. And the board looks like that. And that lone model is not a live guy on the board. That's just a model we forgot to take off so far. So the only thing he has left on the board is that one unit with his general in it. So that was it. End of game. It was really a one-sided game. I'm not sure how much of that was strategy and how much was I really did an insane amount of armor saves. And it's ultimately a dice rolling game. If the dice go against you, ultimately there's not a whole lot you can do. But anyway, that was it. Hope you enjoyed it.